Welcome investors to Joe's Investment Express. Joe here. I am so excited to tell you today about the best investing book I have ever read. So I've been investing since 1996 and I have read dozens, maybe 100 or so investing books by all different authors, all different types of investing: growth, value, swing trading, technical analysis, trend following, yada, yada, yada. And then a few years ago, I wish it was sooner, but just a few years ago, I came across this book. Actually, I heard him on a podcast, Mark Minervini, and I was like, wow, this guy, this guy really knows something. And I found his book, and honestly, it changed my life. His strategy is momentum trading, growth trading, generally short-term, a few weeks to a few months with occasional longer holds. And if that, hold on one second, I'm getting a phone call. Well, shoot, I forgot what I was talking about, but let's just jump right back in. Let me talk to you about Mark Minervini, the man, and then let's just walk through the contents of his book. So Mark Minervini, I admire him so much. He grew up in poverty. He remembers his mom crying at night because they didn't have enough to eat. And he dropped out of school in 8th grade to help support the family, lost his father at age 15, and taught himself. He had no education, he had no money, taught himself how to invest, and by age 31, he was a millionaire. And not only is he now one of the wealthiest investors in the country, I think, but he is so inspiring. He has a book on mindset, and he does a bunch of free podcasts and things, interviews and things, and he's really inspiring. He has a service called Minervini Private Access, and I'll do a different video on that. But let's talk about this book. Now, he's got 3 of them. A mindset book, the companion book to this one, which is called, I gotta look at my, Think and Trade Like a Champion. But this is the one, Trade Like a Stock Market Wizard. So let me walk you through the table of contents, and I'll try to, why is this, let me first say why this book is so good. This book encapsulates everything you need to know about growth and momentum trading. How to identify the right stocks, where to get into them, how to control your risk, how to exit them, etc. And when I read this book, I just devoured it. And I underlined, almost every sentence. And it just clicked. And it was like the old cliche, I was blind and now I can see. And my trading has been so much better since I read this book. And when I say read it, I've read it like 5 times. I skim over it periodically. It's really dense and powerful. So let's jump to the contents. So let's see, introduction. Chapter 3 is about, he has this strategy called the SEPA strategy. And that stands for Specific Entry Point Analysis. And here's a little breakdown of SEPA. You can pause the video or screenshot this. But as the name suggests, it teaches you how to specifically find the entry point. You identify the proper part of the trend. You want to find a stage 2 trend. He shows you which fundamentals to look for and what you want to see regarding earnings, revenue, margins, etc. And where stocks are generally at fundamentally before they have what he calls super performance. He talks about catalysts. He spends a lot of time helping you find really precise entry points. And then also exit points. Buying a stock is way easier than figuring out when to get out. And he does an excellent job of explaining that and using stop losses and all of that stuff. He talks about the pitfalls of value investing and bottom fishing. And he talks about trading with the trend, different categories, industry groups. He tells you in chapter 7 exactly what fundamentals to focus on and how to analyze earnings and how to identify leaders. And then in chapter 10, it's just a bunch of pictures of charts with some fundamentals and showing some big winners from the past and why they were winners and where you would enter and where you would exit. Chapter 11, he talks about we as investors usually make the mistake of buying what we know, names we've always heard of, or names that we know have good products, or stocks that have done really well for us in the past. But he shows that the leaders of today and tomorrow, the big winners, are usually not the stocks that you know about. Did you know about Zoom before 2020? Maybe not. Did you know about... I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole, but yeah, you actually want to find names you're not familiar with. And then chapter 12 and chapter 13, he talks about focusing on risk first. And he has 2 full chapters on risk management, how to deal with and control risk, looking for sell signals, moving your stop, staggered stops, all sorts of things. This is a long book, 315 pages, and every page is solid gold. So Mark Minervini, in my opinion, is for the style of investing I do, which is growth investing, momentum trading, with an emphasis on technical analysis. He really is the GOAT, in my opinion. He's the greatest of all time. I should have said in the beginning, he's won the National Investing Championship twice. Last year, he was up 334%. He started with $1 million. That was the entry fee. And trading $1 million account, he went up 334%. That's better than all of us, I suspect, did in 2021. And he won the Investing Championship earlier in 1997. So, if your style is, if you want to learn more on how to identify strong fundamentals and then find precise entry points and then how to and for how long to ride a stock and how to manage your risk and how to utilize sell stops, then this is your book. And I feel like I'm not doing this book justice. Like I said, I've read 100 investing books. This is the best one. You could make a case that this is the only investing book you need, honestly. Now, I think I put a link. I've never done this before, but I tried to put an affiliate link in the description. So if you do decide to buy this book, if you click on the link in the description, it'll take you to Amazon. I think I'll get 10 cents or 25 cents or something if you end up buying it. So that's one thing you could do for me if you want to. All right, well, let me know. If you do get this book and start reading it, let me know what you think. I think it's going to blow your mind in a good way. If you've already read it, then give me your comments below. Was it as powerful for you as it has been for me? And in another video, I'll talk to you about Minervini Private Access, which has really also been life-changing, although it's a heck of a lot more expensive than one of his books. Okay, take care, everybody.